Visit the Great British Shooting Show 2026 from the 13th to the 15th February at the NEC Birmingham. It's the UK's largest retail shooting show. The biggest, the best, the British.
Hi there everyone, Zulus 222 here, and no, your eyes do not deceive you. There's a new Zulus coming out. As you all know by now, I love these DNT scopes, and a big reason is that Ryan, Ben and the team, they all listen to our feedback from fellow shooters like me and you. As a result of that feedback, the very, and deservedly so, very popular DNT ZULUS ZHD520R and 312R, they've been given an upgrade, shall we say, purely down to customer feedback, and not everybody will like every improvement or every enhancement, but all of these as a result of people like you and I giving our feedback as to what we like and what we don't like and what we'd like to see. So I've got the brand new DNT ZULUS ZHD520R V2 on my twin Brucey bonus plate here, and beside it over there, that's the V1, the original, and it's raised because it's on a Eagle Vision 108 MOA rail, because I've adjusted these two so the crosshairs are just about coincident at about 500-600 meters, and I'm wearing a hat because the forecast says it won't rain, and it's drizzling, so good old Scottish weather. Let me take you through the main changes. Here we go. As you can see, I've got a fishing coaster attached to the objective lens focus collar, and I've got the plastic flip up lens cap removed just for clarity so it doesn't get in the way. Now that's the ZHD520R V2 and that's the V1. Now the diameter of the lower part of this body that houses the 18650 battery has grown because this fella now takes a 21700 flat top battery. Here we have a 3150 milliamp hour vape cell 18650 flat top battery, and here we have its big brother, the 21700, literally 21 millimeters diameter, 70 millimeters long, and you can see the comparison there. The one on the right, the 21700, is about, I don't know, I think it's about 15% greater capacity. Basically this battery should now last 10 hours rather than 8 hours in the Zulus scope. I've bought these from Torchy the Battery Boy on eBay, and as you can see I've gone for gold or golden because I like my batteries to be high vis, so if I drop them at night I can retrieve them more easily from the grass. Makes sense to me. This is the Picatinny 20 MOA rail or mount that came with the Zulus V2. Now I've not got this attached at the minute. I've attached one of my 0 MOA mounts because once I zero this scope on my crate, the crate already has 20 MOA in the rail, so I don't need the extra 20 MOA in the adapter. But basically it's what you're used to, except this one's got 6 mounting holes, so it's got extra flexibility for where you put the scope on the mount, and the 3 securing screws are Torx head T25 size. Okay, I've not got the plastic cap on here, and I've added a coaster just to assist me focusing while I've got 2 scopes on the rail, because I'll be doing a side-by-side recording very shortly for a second video. So externally, visible differences between the V2 and the V1. As I say, this battery compartment is larger diameter, it's basically fatter, because it now accommodates the 21700 battery. Accordingly, the end, the IR pill, is fatter, and again 850 nanometers will come as standard unless you pre-order 940 nanometers, and you can swap just by unscrewing this front section. You can swap between 850 nanometers and 940 nanometers, and for those unaware, with digital night vision, 850 is about 25% more efficient or brighter than 940, but 850 can have a little bit of a red glow, so 940 is more covert in case your prey is wary. The golden button, oh that's red actually, at the back to activate the laser rangefinder is the same as before, and your battery compartment knob is now longer, and the knurling is slightly chunkier as well than on the V1 Zulus 520. Okay, see the difference? On the right hand side, a slightly different designed knob with outer knurling, but that's your compartment to access your USB-C port, and the 2-slot Picatinny rail has been changed out, and this plastic panel, basically underneath here is the Wi-Fi transmission aerial. So basically this new V2 version of the Zulus will have better connectivity for Wi-Fi, because the signals only got to go through a plastic panel to then get to you and your phone. And regarding the USB-C access, et voila, underneath you now only have USB-C, so there's no micro USB slot, and this is one difference between, for someone like me, a YouTuber, rather than have a second slot for the micro USB card, data card, the DNT ZULUS V2 has a 32 gig internal memory, and about 28.8 gig of that is usable, so it's going to give you 3 hours of HD recording at 60 frames a second. Very smooth, and for those of us who need more than 3 hours, then you can download via USB-C cable to your phone or a laptop, or you can download via the app straight to your smartphone to make more room on the scope. The pinhead LED, which was quite discreet on the original, is even more discreet now. It's just there, just after the power button, and it is a little bit faint for me in daylight. I had a look at it in the house, but I'm hoping tonight, when I check this at night, I'm hoping it'll be quite bright enough for nighttime use without being obtrusive. I've kind of left the best to last here. The rear eye bell is larger diameter than on the V1, and we now have a throw lever about 10-12mm long, so that's 20 mag and that's 5 mag, so you've got a minus and a plus on the back of the scope, and you've got a very positive, it's not slack and it's not too stiff to move. You've got a very positive zoom throw lever here, and this little pin is removable if it gets in the way, so we'll soon be able to learn what the different positions are for your scope being on a different mag, if you're returning to the scope on standby in a hide or whatever. And the rear diopter focus is almost identical, quite almost slightly stiff, quite firm, but then that's what you want so your crosshairs don't go out of focus. The rear rubber eye cup is larger than on the V1, and it's gone back to being a screw fitting with an alloy threaded screw like the original. In fact, this one here, the one I've got, is one of the originals, one of the earlier batches, because a lot of you prefer this screw-on eye cup design to the rubberized pull-on. So, and that's a larger eye cup because within here you've now got a larger, brighter micro OLED display, and as you'll see from the footage, it's basically a 16:9 panoramic view, but with the left and right sides curved to maximize the view. So we've got the zoom throw lever, the rear diopter, larger eye cup. The eye relief is now 20mm longer at 65mm, so better for centerfire users. Larger, higher definitions display, which is brighter. And then controls wise, following on from the Thermnites TNC 335R and 635R, the cruciform layout of the 5 buttons has flipped from where it was on the V1. So the nearest button to you, to your eye, is record, and then you've got your pip button and your brightness control. You've got your control to flip between day and night, your settings button, and furthest away, power. It comes on very quickly, within about 2 seconds I think, and again you've got a 3-second delay to switch the scope off. So just a quick recap, the similar design mount to before. In fact, the previous mounts do fit this new V2 Zulus. They're cross compatible. The new mount has T25 Tux screws. The battery compartment is fatter to accommodate the large capacity 21700 battery, which should give you 10 hours life instead of 8 hours that we got with the 18650. We have a positive zoom throw lever. Where it is on the left here is on minimum zoom 5 times mag. Twist it round to 3 o'clock and that's your full mag, 20 mag. We've got a larger eye bell here to accommodate a slightly larger micro OLED HD screen, and we've got a larger rubber eye cup which is got threaded with alloy thread, removable. Got a similar button layout to the TNC 335R and 635R, which basically is flipped around from the original Zulus V1. We've got a cap covering the USB-C slot to download the 32 gig onboard memory, and the 2-slot Picatinny rail's gone, and instead we've got a plastic panel to improve Wi-Fi connectivity. Okay, let's see how it looks in the garden and out to the stables, 320 meters away, and let's see how it views the hilltop at 840 meters. And I'll do incremental zoom, and I'll be out tonight after dark and do the same again. Okay. And before I forget, this brand new DNT ZULUS ZHD520R V2 is 240mm long in this configuration here, with the mount in this position, because there are other positions you can put the mount in, and weighs 774 grams all in, so that's 110 grams more than the V1, but this includes the 21700 battery and mount and screws, plastic lens cap, rubber eye cup. Before anyone asks, just like any new Zulus you've bought recently, be it the 312 or the 520, this new 520 V2 focuses and ranges down to 4 meters. Brilliant. And that's a test. So it's the Zulus 2 off, back on again, and recording automatically resumed. Cool, guys. Okay, 302 meters, yep, that looks about right. Cattle grid is red button, 41 meters, and there's the green aiming box, 38 meters, 39, okay. Oh, and a rabbit has come out to say hello. A little bit about clockwise. Right, that rabbit is at 89 meters. Ah, that rabbit is still there. Fantastic, thank you fella. 97 meters, clear as day. I recorded him a minute ago and didn't think he'd still be there. 10 mag.
Visit the Great British Shooting Show 2026 from the 13th to the 15th February at the NEC Birmingham. It's the UK's largest retail shooting show. The biggest, the best, the British.